Today we are talking with Curtis Chong, who is a non-visual access technology consultant. We're having a Zoom meeting and he is sharing his computer screen so that we can know what it is like to experience web content with JAWS, one of the leading assistive technology software products. He's going to show us what it is like to read an online bus schedule in a table that has been properly marked up. And then we're going to hear some content in PDF and in Word doc formats. So let's have a listen.
What we're going to talk about here is navigating a web page, an accessible web page, just to demonstrate the typical strategies that a blind person would use if they were running a screen reader, could not see the screen. So what we have here is a schedule for the Bustang web page. So when I'm on a web page, the first thing I look for is a heading. So I jump to the top of the page,
North line
with Control Home, and I would press the letter H to see if there's any headings on the page at all.
Bustang schedules heading level 1.
And I see that there's a heading level 1 that says Bustang schedules.
Southbound Fort Collins to Denver heading level 2.
Here's a heading level 2 that talks about a schedule for southbound.
Monday Friday schedule, new schedule.
Monday Friday schedule.
Northbound.
And I'm interested in a northbound schedule, so I see that here. Now, before I talk about links, let's talk about how the table is laid out.
Heading level 3 blank table with 9 columns and 6 rows.
We have a table here that's got 9 columns and 6 rows. And the strategy that a trained non-visual blind person would use with a screen reader is they would go into table navigation mode using JAWS.
Table.
And now I can use my up, down, left, and right arrows to navigate through the cells.
Downtown
from the downtown transit center to
Denver Union
Station. So I'm looking up and down at the different stations. So I go across downtown transit center.
Route 601, 5:10 a.m.
5:10 a.m. is too early for me. So let's say I want to leave around 8 o'clock. So I'm going to move down.
Harmony Transfer Center, 5:30 a.m. downtown. Route 603, 5:40 a.m.
5:40, still
Route
too late. 605,
6:10 a.m.
I'm basically jumping across the table.
Route 607, 6:40. Route 631, 10:30 a.m.
Well, that's a good one. So now I know now that that bus leaves from
Downtown Transit Center, 10:30 a.m.
10:30 a.m. from the downtown transit center. And now let's see what time it's going to get to Union Station.
Harmony US Denver Union Station, 11:55 a.m. row 5.
So that's what we have here is a very nice table where the left column is marked as a row, a row header, so that every item in that leftmost column tells me the station name as I navigate up and down. And as I go left to right, I'm hearing the different route numbers, which matters when I'm buying a ticket at the headers. And I'm only looking at headers. Now, the other thing I might do is bring up with JAWS a list of all the links that might exist on this page. So there's a command for JAWS that you do that with.
Links list dialog here.
So you'll notice that JAWS takes all the links on the page and puts them in a nice vertical list, but you're not able to read any of the surrounding text that is not highlighted. So the very first link on the page,
here 1 of 54,
is here. That doesn't tell me very much. So if I want to know what here means, what I have to do is tell JAWS to move to that link.
Move the link button. Link here.
And I know that it's a here link because JAWS says that. So now I'm going to move my up arrow.
Passenger notice. Memo regarding COVID-19. The link here.
So I know that I can read the memo if I now click on here. But if I didn't do that, if I didn't look at the surrounding text, the word here means absolutely nothing. And if you look at the link list on this page,
links here, Snowstang, Rams route, Broncos games, Bustang app, 6 of 54.
So all these links, some of which make sense and some of which does not. And so if you're thinking how to lay out a page and if you're imagining how these links are done, imagine a list of links and see if you yourself can figure out what happens. Now, the other thing that blind people will often do is they will look for text on a page, especially if it's a page that you know you want to do something. For example, if I want to go look at northbound stuff,
Messenger
but
note.
I can look for the word now.
JAWS file.
Let's see if I look for north again.
Heading level 2 northbound Denver to Fort Collins.
There's the northbound. And I can look for any word on the page to help me get to somewhere more quickly. And frankly, those are the main strategies when I'm on an unfamiliar page is I look for keywords that I sort of assume might or might not be there.
How does JAWS read this graphic on the page?
Let me see.
North lines 07/US flag graphic.
There's a US flag, and it says it's a graphic.
Mustang link graphic.
And there's a graphical link that says Mustang.
09/Mustang website footer logo color link graphic. 07/CDOT logo link graphic.
Now, I'm wondering if those graphics are not labeled and what it's giving me is the name of the file.
It is a file name. I've seen this commonly in websites. People, it seems to happen on accident where the file name gets populated in the alt text, depending on what kind of content management system you're using.
Right, but it doesn't tell me anything about what the graphic is. I have to infer. There's no explicit
it is
indicator.
logo.
Right. But the nice thing here is that I can, on a web page, with JAWS's help, find where the graphical objects are. If I cannot interpret the graphical object, but if the object has a string of text associated with it as an alt text or a file name, which some tools will name a very peculiar name with numbers and letters that mean absolutely nothing, right? So that's what the developer would have to do is put alt text on the graphic to let me know what it is. I don't care how the logo looks. I just want to know, yes, it's a logo. Or is it a picture of a seascape or something, right? As you know, I don't need all the descriptions. I just am happy to know that the graphics are there.